We are going to read Moody Cow Meditates today by Carrie Lee McLean. And I chose this lovely book today because I wanted to focus on how, if we're in a different kind of mood, what we can do to help regulate ourselves. So, for example, what are some positive ways you get out of a negative or bad mood? I think it's important, especially since some of us have been sheltering in place for a long time and a new school year is starting, to think about the different ways we can stop and collect ourselves before we respond to something. And I think this story does a really great job with that because it removes it from the personal by making it about a cow. Normally, I do books for 5th grade that involve story elements or readers and writers workshop. But today I'm going to do the social emotional piece to help us all think about what are some ways we can help keep our mood positive. So for example, for me, before I even start this story, one way I change my mood when I feel grumpy is I take my dog for a walk. So I want you to be thinking about that as I read this story to you. And while I would say that this story about meditation is written generally for a younger audience, sometimes when we're dealing with emotions and self-regulation, it's nice to have a simpler concept to follow. So I'm pretty sure we'll all be able to engage with Moody Cow's mood. Here we go. Peter, Bullboards. Life is moody. There you go. My name is Moody Cow. It used to be Peter, but now it's Moody Cow. It all started one stupid, rotten day when everything went wrong. First, I had a bad dream. A very bad dream, which involved a giant three-eyed alien. What a rotten way to wake up. I wanted to find my mom and tell her about the giant three-eyed alien, but I couldn't find her anywhere. And here we are, the giant alien. So, I admit, I was in a bad mood to begin with. Then, I couldn't find my skateboard. Turned out, my sister had borrowed it. Daisy, stop drawing on my skateboard. Okay, maybe I overreacted when I pulled her tail, but it was a brand new skateboard. So then Daisy had to get me back by tripping me on the stairs. What? A monster. That wasn't very nice. The teacher in me wants to help them problem solve right now. That made me mad, so mad that I cut her doll's hair off on purpose. Of course, I got in trouble for that, which made me miss the bus. I had to ride my bike all the way to school in the snow. That made me really mad. On the way home from school, I hit a snowbank and scraped my knee. There was blood everywhere. The rest of the way, I couldn't stop thinking about how my rotten day was really Daisy's fault. She put me in a bad mood by drawing on my new skateboard. And here he is. Ow, 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 ow! I'd say he's blaming everybody. Hope you're thinking about your ideas. What would you tell Moody Cow right now? Or maybe it was the giant three-eyed alien's fault for giving me bad dreams. Whatever. I was so mad I couldn't see straight. And when I turned into our driveway, I crashed right into my dad's truck. Ow! You think I broke my nose? When you can understand that, you can understand that with a bloody knee and a banged up nose, I was madder than ever. Super mad. I can't take it anymore. And then I did something crazy. I picked up my baseball and threw it right through the window on purpose. Unfortunately, my mom saw the whole thing. What on earth do you think you're doing? She yelled. Have you lost your mind? She came outside, took one look at my super mad, rotten day face, and I guess she felt sorry for me. Aw, are you a little Moody Cow? Moody Cow, Moody Cow, Moody Cow. Of course, my sister Daisy heard her say that. She started shouting, Moody Cow, Peter is a Moody Cow. The next thing I knew, all the kids in the neighborhood joined in. We need grandfather, Mom said, and picked up the phone. Pretty soon, my grandfather was sitting in the sunroom on a meditation cushion. I got to sit on one too. I hear they're calling you Moody Cow, Grandfather said and smiled. I couldn't help smiling back a little. I guess Moody Cow was kind of a funny name. Sounds like he has a good relationship with his granddad. See this? He asked, as he pointed to a jar of water. This is your mind, he said, and these, he held out a little dish of sparkles, are your angry thoughts. That, I said, is a jar of water, and those are Daisy's fairy dust sparkles. Come on, Mr. Moody Cow, work with me here. Now, what we're going to do is put in a pinch of sparkle for every angry thought you have. Then we're going to sit here until they all settle to the bottom. By the time the water is clear again, your anger will have all settled down too. It won't work, I told him. Let's just see, he said. I took a pinch of sparkles and dropped it into the water. Which angry thought is that? Grandfather asked. That's the three-eyed alien. It tried to gobble me up last night. Oh, I see. Rotten way to start the day. Okay, what else? I put another pinch for the next angry thought. This is me having to clean the toilet for a whole month for breaking the window. I hate cleaning the toilet. Me too. What else? I put in one more pinch of sparkles and said, this is Daisy drawing on my brand new skateboard with a marker. Oh dear, she did that? Grandfather sighed. Okay, what else? This pinch is when I missed the bus and had to ride my bike to school in the snow. You can ride a bike through snow? Grandfather asked. I have good tires. Anything else? On my way home, I scraped my knee and I was so mad I crashed into Dad's truck. I think I broke my nose. Ouch, Grandfather said. That must have hurt. It did. Then I picked up my baseball and threw it through the window on purpose. Wow, you should put in a double pinch for that one. I guess you really did have a Moody Cow day. I sure did. Is that all? Grandfather asked. Yeah, but it's a lot. It sure is. Grandfather put the lid on the jar and shook it up real good. This jar is like your mind right now, I said. Angry thoughts bouncing around all over the place. Now, let's see what happens when we get your angry thoughts settled down, Grandfather said, putting the mind jar down in front of me. Just sit quietly and see what happens. I sat up real straight, then I got to ring the gong. Bong. I sat watching all my angry thoughts swirl around like crazy in the jar. A few thoughts slowed down and sank to the bottom, then a few more, and a few more. It was so still I could feel my heart beating. It was so quiet I could hear my breath going in and out, in and out. I felt a ray of golden sunshine come through the window. It felt warm. It warmed my back and started to melt away the last of my anger. See how his mood is changing? Finally, Grandfather rang the gong to end the meditation. He leaned over to whisper in my ear, okay, this part's important. Don't move until you can't hear the sound of the gong anymore. I cocked my head, listened closely. Bong. The ring got softer and softer and softer until I couldn't hear it at all. Grandfather smiled and held up the jar. Well, look at this. All the sparkles have settled down, he said. And my angry thoughts have too, I said. I guess if I think about it, I could get mad again. That's probably true, he said. But we had to work pretty hard to settle them down. Let's not stir them all up again. I laughed for the first time that day. That thing is cool, I said. Can I keep it? Sure, said Grandfather. He smiled and handed me the jar and the dish of sparkles. A few minutes each day helped keeps the Moody Cow away. I laughed. Thanks, Grandfather. Can we do this again tomorrow? Of course. Let's try to do this together every day. Now it's been 2 whole weeks and I haven't had one Moody Cow day. I went to my room and put the mind jar by my bed just in case the three-eyed alien ever comes back. Peter is crossed out, Moody Cow. But I've decided to keep the name. I kind of like it. The end on the skateboard. So a mind jar. So here's your book. I hope you have a nice list of ideas now that might work for you. And if you like this one, maybe think of some other things you noticed that were happening for Moody Cow / Peter in this story. So a mind jar just starts with a jar. I put some green in mine because I was feeling that. And I didn't have sparkles, so I put some vegetable oil in so that when I shake it up, I can see all that olive oil. I don't know if it's olive oil, actually. It might be vegetable oil. But I can see it kind of swirling and twirling, and then I can wait until it all settles to the top. I will go to my classroom and get sparkles, though, because I love that idea for helping me to sit and just think and breathe. So important. So I hope you learned something today. Take a minute, maybe make a list of the ways that you can help yourself regulate your mood and change a bad mood to a good mood. And then go ahead and make yourself a mind jar. There's so many different things we can do to help ourselves feel good. Okay, catch you later. Oh, and if you're in my class, we'll follow up at a meeting later. Take care. Bye.